day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to Oxygen Not Included, where today we have a few goals we're going to have to do and think about with what we're doing after all. First up, I'm pretty sure I need a different smart battery for this thing, so that's probably going to be one of the main things. Because, simply put, if I don't, this hydrogen generator will back up too much hydrogen like it's already doing. Okay then, first up, let's disable that building, please. Who's coming to disable? You're going to disable. Thank you, Funky Charlie the Bad. That's all I can ask. Right. Now I assume you're going to gather some iron. You are going to gather some iron. Marvelous. What is today's goal, you might ask? Today's goal is simple. Space. We wish to explore it, we wish to see it, and we wish to do many other things with it. But there is mild problems with that. Such as not being able to breathe. So we need to figure out a way to get oxygen into here. Because as it stands right now, there isn't really any. This particular side also has no algae, so I can't exactly just make an oxygen diffuser. Does it? No. Absolutely none. I mean, I could go get some, which would probably help. So, we need these oxygen masks. The question, however, is, though, how much oxygen does an oxygen mask produce? Or rather, how much oxygen can you get from a singular oxygen mask? Well, an oxygen mask can hold 20 kilograms. So you know what? Who wants to be a guinea pig? Who is idle and doing nothing? No one. You're all, going to bed. Alright, first thing in the morning, one of you is getting up, and we're going to see what it is that we make. So, here's one of the things I need to do. I need to go into automation, which requires 5. I have 35. I need to deconstruct 3 wires, because that's already connected up. Thus, once that's connected up, I will then be able to do that. And connect that smart battery up, which will connect the entire thing. Then, from that, I'll be able to set this one to the low threshold of about 25. This one's low threshold will be 10. And the high threshold of 80. That means we use less coal, and we've got less buildup of our hydrogen as well. Which is perfect. And directly what we want. Okay. Right. Logan. Logan. You, good sir, are our guinea pig. We have one fully stocked up oxygen mask. It is currently basically top of the day the moment you go on outside. And Logan, enjoy the sunset. We're gonna see how long it is you can survive out here. You know? I mean, I guess I should make you do something in the meanwhile while you're out here, so I don't know, what would you like to try and do? I mean, you could get us more salt. You could dig away up here, giving us access to all of this. Yeah, that'll do for now. So it's basically, when they start suffocating is when I have to worry about Mr. Logan. As for in here, though, Good work. Good work, Lovelace. We love you so. You are very good at what you do. No one's delivering that suit. No one has created the suit. What do you mean by no power? How is there no power in there? Out of interest. Oh, it's because the single generator can't actually generate enough power to work with everything. Right. Makes sense, I suppose. Aha! Logan. Now, you are beginning to suffocate. Which is all that we wanted to know. How long has it been? Half a day. I do apologize, Logan, about the experiment, but we needed to know. So, what has that proven? That has proven that one oxygen mask is not enough to get us from this rocket over to here. Because that took about half a day journey. So we need to actually put in a supply of oxygen into that goddamn place. So, how much oxygen can we actually store in this place? The answer to that is simple. How many blocks actually are in here? There is 18, 24, 26 blocks. Each block can contain roughly 2,000 grams of oxygen, which means that is a total of 52 kilograms of oxygen. The mask holds 20, which lasts half a day, which means that the 52 kilograms will approximately be something like... How am I going to get oxygen in there? If I want that oxygen, I need a good source of it. The best source I can think of to use it, because of the fact we can't make our damned... exosuits from the atmosphere suits, because of the simple fact we don't have reed fiber by any way or means. Simply put, means I need to figure out a way to breathe in there without us, you know, dying first. Have you guys deconstructed those? You have not. Where is Funky Charlie? What is Funky Charlie doing? Making that stuff. Okay, you know what? Fair. Very fair. Also, Funky, we need more iron. Or copper. Probably cobalt, honestly. Go make 5 cobalt. There are 2 things we need inside this room. A manual generator. There are 3 things we need inside this room. A manual generator, a small battery, and an oxygen diffuser. So that we can start filling up the damn place full of oxygen. Good day and welcome to the gentleman's... Ooh, lava eggs. I need lava eggs. Hold on. Hold on. I have too much carbon. Fact. Just too much of it. If I can make myself a nice little pen for those guys to use all that carbon, I will be able to then be able to get crude oil. Not very much. Tiny little bits, but I would be able to get it all the same. So the main thing is that I need to do is make a... what size would it be? 48 size, just to be safe. Wow, I could just make the entire thing nice and proper right there without any real worry. Actually, looking at it. Huh. I still need to make Gosman a goddamn bed. don't I? And dig out that section there. Because despite the hydrogen, it gives me access to that. Which I can then use to make this place a nice... Use to turn this... Which, first, it just gives me access to more salad. Or lettuce, potentially. Guys, make sure you always sweep up all of the bleach stone as a priority 9. Understood? Bleach stone is the devil. How do I get rid of all this salt water that's currently drowning the water-requiring plants? They need water, but it must be under 1,000 kilograms, is the thing of how it works. How are we doing over here at Smellerlin? Or rather, how are we doing on my rocket ship? Badly. Oh, it's unreachable because there's the oxygen checkpoint. And you haven't made the mask yet! How you solve your issues. You make that. Right. Next. Lovelace, you are the supplier. I don't deny that. But could you please supply that? Good boy, Lovelace. Come on. There we go. Now, even if we can't breathe through there, or put oxygen into there, we can at the very least, you know, still get past. Glorious. How are we doing over here? Alright. Can this be mopped up now? No. We need to break another one. I don't know how little it needs to be for me to be able to mop it up. We have more than enough water. Equally good. Everything is starting to look good, if not equally annoying, because because we can't mop up a bunch of crap. How is that unreachable? Smellolin, explain yourself. Funky Charlie, you're generating power. I'll let you finish that. Okay. Are you not allowed past because that doesn't have any oxygen in it? Or because it doesn't have a gas pipe connected to it? That might be it. God damn it, just mop up the bloody liquid! Go, Logan, you blessed creature. You. Mop up all that water. Yes. Well done, everyone. The water has been mopped. You know what that means? It means we can now break that sand. Which means that these things can now stop drowning. Now they're too cold. Really. You know what? It's close enough. I'm sure we can put in, like, some sort of heater there or something, right? I'm sure we can make a space heater. Yeah, that's right. There we go. That'll to do. This would work. Main thing. We now build that. Or rather that and that. Just because I like corners. Build... Or would it go there? Shouldn't go there because I'm planning to make a bridge over the top of this. Alright. Now we need to break those. If you make these doors and that park sign... Yes, good, glorious. Now we have a nature reserve in here. Excellent. Am I allowed industrial stuff? And no industrial machinery. Does a space heater count as industrial? Now that I have this nature reserve, I just need to make the bedrooms up there. But that doesn't solve a thing if we can't make these! No oxygen status. Just disable this goddamn checkpoint then! If you're going to be so panicky about the fact I require oxygen to enter the place which doesn't have any air. In addition, I really should set that salt to go through there. You know? Because if that salt goes through there, we could then send it over here. We can make a rock crusher over here and then refine that sand into stuff. Well, Star looks like she's just absolutely beaming. Right. It still counts as a nature reserve, even with the space heater. Glorious. That's all. That's the main thing I needed to know. Okay. Right. Now, I need a way past this water without us getting wet. So that I can then build that up there. Right. Or build the bedroom areas up here. Okay. Okay, so now, here we have our nature reserve, which they briefly go through in order to get to the stuff. Question. People can still get past down here, right? Yes. Excellent. That's what I like to see. So, next. If I add a little wiring like so, I'll be able to add the space heater so this water weed will hopefully start improving its heat. You know? Now, if I build this, I can make another bedroom here. Question is, how big is a bedroom? Bedrooms are 3 high because of the fact I build them with whatchamacallit. So if I build a big ladder right there, I can make a 3-way bedroom right here, which kind of works perfectly. But at the same time, kind of restricts us because because the idea of wanting the entire bedrooms like so, plus later on if we want to do private rooms, it'll do for now. It'll work for now. Good day and welcome to the gentleman's that is Algae, and I require Algae over on Smellolin. Otherwise, the rest of you suck, so don't even bother me with your incessant need for doing such and suches. Oh crap, there's a hatch in there. Kill the hatch now. Before it eats the algae. Ooh, I just had a thought. You see, whatchamacallit? Where is he? Logan. Logan, where are you, Logan? Logan here doesn't have the trait, if I can work out where the traits are. There it is. Traits, diver's lungs. If I can get someone with diver's lungs, then logically, they would make the best pilot because they don't need to breathe as heavily. And thus, they'll more than likely be able to survive out there longer. Really, Funky Charlie? I had no idea you had diver's lungs. Huh. Well, I guess if that's the case, I should actually work out how the hell I'm going to vent oxygen up there. Suppose I could put it there. Actually, I just remembered the whatchamacallit thing. Gas pump doesn't actually require to be built on the solid ground, does it? No. So, I can actually just build it there perfectly fine and dandy. The problem is getting it up here because of all this goddamn stuff. Which means I logically need to build myself a bunch of walls around here. Or, you know, I forget all of that and I just go with the original plan of oxygen diffusing. So that, you know, they can actually breathe for an actual proper duration. You know what? That actually seems like the much smarter idea. Alright, you've made that. Perfect. Do you know what else you need right now? You need to do a little bit of that. You need a manual generator there. Or maybe I should actually probably swap those around so that you can get to the generator quicker. You know what? It's just the little things that you think about. Should I add a bed in here? I mean, it's not I know it's not exactly the best tactic for doing stuff, this, but... And I don't even know if this will even work, but... If I can fill the place up with oxygen, we can live. If I can't, I need to do the other method. Now, we can build a door there, and a door there, and a bunch of tiles like so. Why? Because... That was the wrong button. Because now, you can, in fact, build a bed. Good old bed. Okay. Perfect. How much power does this thing use, by the way? I don't even know. Should I be making one so close to the soon-to-be bedroom? I don't know. I will, though. Well, hopefully it can heat up the water. I know it probably won't, because that's not quite how this crap works, but still. In addition, if I'm turning this into a bedroom, I probably should add the vent so that they can breathe in here. You know? Man, I need to figure out a way to get you guys better food. I love how you decided to sleep there, Gosman, instead of where you're actually meant to sleep. I mean, just because you're on another planet doesn't mean you get access to... I mean, that's probably one of the big problems that we're going to face in... whatchamacallit. This particular expansion. It's the fact that there's no, like, multi-use beds, so you can't assign a duplicate to a bed on one planet and a different bed on another planet, so if they switch between the planets, they're on multiple things. They're kind of expected to just stay on one planet, which is not in keeping with the theme. If that makes sense. You're doing well, Funky Charlie. You're doing quite well, actually. You guys have also done well by making all of these. Now all we need is some buddy buds. If we can get some buddy buds, we've got the best type of whatchamacallit. Although I do need to sweep up all this stuff if we're going to move into there. That's for sure. How are we doing over here, guys? Not too bad. Lovelace is supplying materials. What are you doing, Funky Charlie? Or you were supplying materials. We'll get to space eventually! The fact we've got this bedroom here now is actually quite nice. Because it means I can actually repurpose this room into something else. Question what that is yet is unknown, but we can. Is the point. I'm gonna set you to priority 9 and you to a priority 7. If you don't mind. I really wish we could get to exploring another planet as quickly as possible, please. In addition, I had a thought about how to fix my little water problem that I was having over here. And that's simple. I put the whatchamacallit thing there. Because then, if there's nothing to break them... Good day and welcome to the gentleman's... whatever this place is called. Are any of you worth my time? The answer is no. But I'm quite interested in that little plug slug, honestly. I mean, I already have one. And he's right there. And he's a lazy bugger. But we want them being lazy. But they also generate absolutely no power. That's why I'm very tempted to just say, I want the snazzy suit. And the snazzy suit belongs on Gosmund. Because despite everything, Gosmund is still #1. Ah, this water weed is growing at long last. Glorious. I don't know what's wrong with their little selves and their inability to walk through doors at the moment, I will admit. It's a little bit on the concerning side. By the way, how good is lettuce? Lettuce has 0 morale. That is 1 morale. I should not be letting people consume lettuce. Lettuce seems to be a bit of a special place. Okay, Smellolin, you're going to generate power. Good boy, Funky Charlie. Go generate that power nice and proper. It's a small battery, so it doesn't contain much, but it should generate more than enough. Now, we do have algae at our disposal on this planet. Go gather it. And then maybe go and dig up all the rest of that algae, too. Because that might be needed in the end. What are we doing on here? Oh, there's oxygen in here now. Well, that's a good sign. The fact there's no Lovelace here means he's in here powering the place. Right. This place is, according to this thing, full of oxygen. And, if I go over to Smellolin, I don't see any oxygen here. Then again, it would disappear instantly, so it doesn't really matter. The oxygen also isn't changing, so it is a contained atmosphere and not slowly lose it going out through the window. Right, then. I think the last thing I want to do is my original thought with the oxygen mask, just to ensure we get as much space as possible. And by as much space as possible, I mean we spend as much time in space as possible. Funky Charlie's gonna have his work cut out for him. But it's Funky Charlie, so I suspect he'll be perfectly fine. And if he isn't, well, he can stop being a whiny little bastard and complain. And stop complaining. How's the oxygen? Oh, the oxygen's nice and perfect in there now. Perfect. So, that means I can apply everyone into the master bedroom. Or what is basically the master bedroom at this point. So to make sure that they... To simply just make sure that they all get their nature reserve buff. And then with that, I'll be able to delete these things, and thus not have to worry about them any longer either. Gosmond, are you bored? Well, Gosmond, if that's the case, I'm going to send you straight over to the other place, ready for you to go on a lovely space trip. Are you ready, Gosmond? You're heading into space soon. Away you go, Gosmond! Excellent. Excellent. First up, I'm shocked that managed to plant itself. I don't remember that being a plant right there. Second, it looks like I need to dig this out a little, because it's getting a little full. Right. All I need to do over here at Smellolin is... Wow, you guys have worked fast. Right. If that's the case, then I need to start up this, connect it up to here. It's a long path, which is somewhat annoying, because it's going to drain up a lot of air. Also, I need to reinstall this pump valve. Now, I really don't know if I want regular hatches or stone hatches, because of the simple fact stone hatches are extremely hard to kill. You know? And I'm pretty sure I've come to the conclusion I want stone hatches extinct. And I only want regular hatches. Good day, and welcome to the gentleman's... whatever the hell this place is called. I'll take the sweetie lava, just to add into this room. I need a particular place to put the sweeties, don't I? Where can I put the sweeties? Maybe I should just open up both these rooms for them. Or I could just put them down here, honestly. I mean, what kind of nature reserve doesn't have wild animals around the place, am I right? Now, it will only accept oxygen, is the thing. So, all of this polluted oxygen that we have around the place won't do a thing. Also, you will start probably making a lot more air, won't you? Gosmond also has plus 200% piloting. So, that either means she'll take half as long to get to a place, or something else that I don't know yet. And with that, you will have finished that particular path. Excellent. So, we've already got some oxygen there as well. Equally excellent. So guys, let us finish up everything we need to do by getting an oxygen mask inside of this. I do have to also wonder and hope that there's enough fuel in that to take us both there and home. There are people bored on this side, and if they're bored, it means that I've got to fix something, because they need something to do. I could get them to make more glass, for instance. I could get them to finish off my mistake that I made over here. I've also just realized I'm getting very dangerously close to the extremely hot areas. I'm going to guess that the sickler that was there boiled to death. How are we doing over here at Smellerlin? Oh my god, they've managed to make everything. Huh. Well, I guess Gosman's going on a field trip tomorrow. In addition, that oxygen is absolutely terrifyingly cold. What temperature does oxygen need to be before it, you know, freezes? Negative 183. Okay, we're nowhere close to that. Gosmund, where are you going? You are moving to location. Ah, you're moving to the rocket! Then that means it's time for us to save Gosmund. For you see, if you're heading to the rocket, that means you're ready for launch! Wait, hold on. Hold on, priority. Gosmund, priority. Gosmund, priority. Gosmund. I did that oxygen thing for a reason. Okay. Now, Gosmund, you get on the goddamn spaceship. Gosmund, get on that goddamn spaceship! Right then, spaceship. Let us see the landing spot. You are heading there. That will take rocket speed, 2 tiles per cycle. So, it'll immediately go there, and then it'll head there. So it'll take half a cycle, right? That's what I get from this. Meaning, Gosmund, take off. What's it like, Gosmund, up here in the stars? You'll get there in point whatever cycles. Excellent. Now, all I pray is that you don't run out of oxygen or start choking because of the fact you got that oxygen mask on. You know, maybe I should have tried to give you deep diver's lungs beforehand. Also, there's a planet. Okay. You do actually start choking because of the fact you're wearing that gas mask. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't expect that. Are we sure it's because of the gas mask? It's probably because of the gas mask, isn't it? Can I not tell you to unequip the gas mask? No, I cannot tell you to unequip the gas mask. So sending you in there with the gas mask actually did hinder me. Oh, but you are actually going to just breathe in the oxygen whenever you can. Good, good. Because there is oxygen on there, so you should. Kinda weird how you're choking yourself, though, I will admit. You'll arrive there in T-minus 40 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Right. Deploy. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. So what can I see on... Well, I did not expect to actually hit the inside of the actual damn planet like that. Jesus. So, a curious bot that remotely explored new locations. Well, I see a geyser there immediately, which is interesting. Radium. Radium is a light-emitting radioactive substance. It is useful as a power source. Is it? Doesn't look like it's generating power. kind of question this area, though, considering, you know, the fact we've got this giant blank area there. You've got gold in there as well. That's interesting. I really was not expecting to just flat out... This planet looks horrible for trying to get to get our oxygen and whatnot on it. Especially as all of it's venting into space right now. I wish I'd landed a bit better. What was this planet meant to include again? Radioactive, metallic, marsh, forest, barren, tundra, and space. Okay then. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we know some of that now. And Rover's doing crap all, so... Well, that right there is a gold volcano, so I found the most important thing that I wanted to discover. Which kind of questions what that might be. I think because it's in the toxic place, it's going to be a... whatchamacallit? Hot, polluted oxygen thing. Which, yeah, for the most part... Let's just head back to my spaceship and change yourselves to go back to Smellolin. What's equally interesting is the fact the oxygen isn't going down, despite how much Gosmond breathes. So what do we know about this Shrubina place? Well, that there is the cutoff point, at least, for the stupid crap, which is good. Radium. I don't know what it means by radioactive, though. Admitting, though, is the thing. Besides, I also have not seen any... whatchamacallit? The big thing, which we're gonna have to do with this planet, will be discover a food source to get into it. Because we've got this way straight down. So the moment this thing gets home, which admittedly shouldn't be too long, I think I've glitched out the idea that they're running out of oxygen because of the simple fact that she's wearing the mask. You know? And because of that, she's in the environment, none of the oxygen is actually going down. Well, Gosman can finally leave, which is nice for her. But now we are completely out of fuel. And all of this damn carbon needs mopping up. So, we've discovered critical things. Shrubina has a giant gaping hole in the middle of it, which I am probably going to have to create a nice big thing across, filling it in, before I can do anything. This is definitely going to vacuum itself up before I can even do that. I'm going to have to discover a quick way to make oxygen on this planet for us. And I'm probably going to need a better rocket ship, quite frankly. So the big question is, how much fuel do we need from these rockets? To answer that question, I need research. I need to research more rocket stuff. So what do I have? Liquid cargo tank. Allows duplicants to store some liquid resources found during space missions. Interesting. Allows liquids to be loaded and unloaded from the storage rocket. So I'm going to need that and that together, is what you're telling me. Okay. What types of engines do I have available to me? Is one of the big questions. Because the big thing here would be the petroleum engine, which I don't have much access to. Because I don't exactly have much access to petroleum in the first place. Good day and welcome to the... Really? Paku. 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 I can make a Paku farm now. Ooh. Ooh. And Paku have proven to be relatively easy to domesticate now, as we only need bits of seeds. Interesting. Interesting. How very, very interesting. So we've discovered a new planet, and we've also discovered with that planet we can't do anything with the planet. Sounds about right. We have the option to farm Paku now. And if we wish to do that, we need some water. Which, frankly, I could consider this as a supply of water. But then again, they also love to pollute that water. Which makes it a little more awkward. Plus, there's 8... How much space does a Paku take up again? Paku require 8 space. So, those... Whatever Paku they are right now, 12 odd, would require a space of 64. The maximum size we can make a stable is 90 odd. I want to make a Paku farm of water. I need to create a nice big space for them. If I want a nice big pit of Paku, then I am going to need to make a nice big pit. I also need to make it sustainable, is the thing. Because they eat... Okay, if one Paku is 1 seed a day, and it has a base 10% chance to harvest a new seed, and our people here have a... Is it 30% extra chance? 33% extra chance. That means 40% chance for a seed, which means approximately 2 in 5 seeds will create... 2 in 5 plants will create a seed. Those seeds then survive the Paku for 1 day. So that means I need 5 plants per 3 Paku per day, depending on the growth speed. For instance, mealwood takes 3 days to grow. So, that means I need 15 mealwood to feed 3 Paku. Wow! Even when they reduce their eating requirements, they're still overly hungry bastards. So either I really need to improve my farming arrangement, which frankly I needed to do anyway. So I need 15 mealwood, or I need whatchamacallit. I also just realized I can actually summon the Paku now because they can't exactly escape. Ooh, what's going on? Sweetie tending. Growth speed +5. Wait, so the Sweetles attend to any plant? I didn't realize they attended to any plant. I honestly did not realize that Sweetles attend to any and every plant. If they attend to any and every plant, they are a farmer's best friend. So in theory, I should put a couple down here with the mealwood. I believe the grub things are better at tending than the other one. So if we can, you know, by chance, just find ourselves a grub in here, or maybe just pick up a couple of these and put them with the grub fruits. It also increases the wild growth rate. So their wild growth is 16 days, plus 5% would mean like 15-ish days. Plus that's Sweetle tending. And grubs are better at tending. Huh. And we can't exactly go space rocketing until we get our goddamn whatchamacallit back. I'm turning this pit into a giant water aquarium for the Paku, assuming they don't die before then. Which I don't think they would. Maybe. I should probably open this door, just so that they can get through. Ooh, in addition, I should break these and replace one with a block so that the Sweetles can come here and tend to these water weeds. Frankly, I should possibly have one in every location. Where I've got wild plants growing, where I don't want to deal with the wild plants. I'm also feeling I should probably send Gosmond over because she's the best at, you know, digging. Plus, Funky Charlie seems to be having the time of his life in this here place. Gosmond, go home. Nothing for you to be here. There's nothing for you here. Good, Gosmond. Now, dig, 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 because no one else will. Okay, guys. This thing's got auto bottle on. Am I just gonna have to set up another thing temporarily, saying to put the water in? In theory, is there any reason why I should use whatchamacallit? The hot water or the warmer water? Is not the cold water just as good? Good day and welcome to the Gentleman's Oxyfern plant. Ooh, that's a really good oxygen generation thing. I think I will take that. It utterly destroys carbon dioxide and turns it all into oxygen. After all. You know, just for ease sake, I think I'm just gonna make it polluted water. No, I'm not. I will not give in to that. Let's start filling up this space down here. Full of water. Ready for the Paku. Then, meanwhile, I need another storage bay. Because goddamn everything. Come on, Paku. Jump over this way. You're gonna survive if you jump over this way. I can just wrangle this thing, can't I? Yeah, I can just wrangle that. So if I make a nice little home for plug slugs, I can just wrangle the damn thing without a worry. In addition, our research is complete now, so I have the petroleum engine. That probably... I should research everything. I should make sure I have everything researched. You know? In addition, I really want to see the grub fruit. The grub bugs. I'm slowly filling up my fish tank. Glorious. And the fish are starting to sense the fact that there's water down there that they can potentially swim in. Okay, guys. No longer an option. We need to store all that crap. I don't know where. Don't care where. I don't care where. Just store it somewhere. Oh! You're working! Alright then! That means now we can... Really? Are you seriously telling me the carbon dioxide is freezing before it gets there? Oh no, it's not that. It's that it's already full and... yeah. Alright. Might need to do a little bit of that. Just to ensure we get it through. Okay, if that's the case then I think it's time for us to do a little bit of other stuff. Such as, So when it says burden plus whatever, that's talking about how much it takes, right? So certain ones of these cost, no wait, you're +4. How are we meant to know how much modules each one can have? In addition, where's the module that lets me research this, scan the space? It's not gonna tell me that module. Great. Alright. I do not have access to a cartographic module. Alright. Where do I find that, then? I'm not convinced it's in the game yet. I see Rover here is still doing rovery things. And there's very little Rover can do because of the fact he's stuck on a little blip. Good day and welcome to the Gentleman's Galaxy, where we are slowly pioneering the universe and all that we can see. Are any of you worth my time? Well, I mean, you're good at piloting. And frankly, I might need someone who is good at just piloting. Or, you know, has a function beyond just piloting. So, you've got increased morale bonus completely, Bubbles. Plus you're a pilot. And a cook. And you do husbandry, so you wouldn't be bad on Smellodon. And it's not like we've got really much of a food deficit over here. So, you know what, Bubbles? I'll give you a try. After I rename you. Abigail the Dudette. That sounds like the most perfect name for when you're going to start living on a planet filled with mud. Honestly. I mean, obviously not myself, because I am a gentleman, and being a gentleman, this particular dudette, or dude, never particularly got involved with the mudding of everything. But, otherwise, yeah. So, Abigail, you are in charge of cooking. Which means Lovelace doesn't have to focus on it so much. I'll also give you husbandry for when that finally comes in to play, and because of that, you get ranching as well. Basically, you're in charge of food. And then when you're not, you're in charge of piloting. If we ever reach that point. Lovelace is about to go berserk. Aren't you, Lovelace? Because of the very simple fact, you don't have enough morale. So, what can I do on this side to give you a better source of morale? Either that or spruce the place up a little with decor. Because at the moment, it does look pretty bad. You know? And if there's one thing we don't need Lovelace doing, it's being very, very moody, because he's a binge eater. Where is Lovelace? I'm gonna keep an eye on you, Lovelace. To try and keep you happy. Why do we not have any coal in here? Lovelace. Tell me about your stress today. Oh, it's suddenly drastically increasing. Why is it drastically increasing? Where the hell are you? Oh, you went and got some coal. Like a good boy. Well. Can't deny that you kinda required to do that. How long does sopping wet last? Oh, that's a long time. And also a stupid amount of stress. Lovelace, go to your bedroom. This instant. Lovelace, you are to go into your bedroom and you're not allowed through that door. Well, I suppose everyone in but Lovelace should be allowed through that door. Until you have sorted your thing. There's not really much in the way of food you can eat around this top bit. I don't think. Ah, you can eat the raw ingredients, can you? Well, I guess that's it. So I'm sorry, Lovelace, but no food for you. I also feel I need to kill a couple of fish before their overcrowding becomes too much of a problem. So let's see, 3 dead fishies. They're still overcrowded, but that's likely to be the case. And I don't... Fine, I'll kill another one. With halving the Pacu population. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a Pacu farm going. And if not, well, we'll just have to wait for the next event where we can sell make multiple Pacus. However, now that we can sell... Or rather... Oh, Lovelace is no longer stressed. Good boy, Lovelace. You are allowed out then. Well, no longer as stressed, at least. I agree, Lovelace. We need to figure out a way to make you guys happier over here. Easiest way I can think is get you guys a nature reserve, but... can't really do that very much. Oh my god. This thing counts as an industrial machinery? Really? That's stupid. No wonder their morale went down. They lost their washroom benefit. Ugh. That's so stupid. Alright, whatever. Ooh, that's... interesting. We're now overloading our circuitry over here. Meaning, it's probably about time I upgraded everywhere to conductive wires. And if I need to do that, well, I'm going to need a lot more iron. Or copper. Doesn't matter which. The main thing I need to do is unlock this gold volcano. To do that, I need to be able to unlock this place in general. And in order to do that, I need to figure out how I'm going to basically just make sure I have all the supplies on this damn ship. Needed to do that. It might be beginning to cool down here, considering a lot of this magma seems to be turning to igneous rock now. You know? So if the core of this planet freezes, we can access all of this. We have solid lead around the place at the moment as well. Which kind of just helps show the fact it's getting better. Still absolutely boiling to all Christing hell, but getting better. Poor Rover. Nice and dead. You did your duty. And you wound up dead. One day we'll see you. And rescue you, perhaps. I don't know how it works. But... you've done well, little Rover. For discovering this giant, massive, goddamn freaking hole in the middle of the planet. I'm not quite sure how we are meant to colonize this planet. Or any planet, for that matter. 'Cause... is there, like, an interior to this? No, there isn't. Meaning you're the only thing with an interior, meaning that... when it comes down to it, what I might need to do is make a second rocket in which I just have an orbital cargo module. Either that or I figure out how to make a rocket with a third module. I would really like petroleum. Ooh! Ooh. Unless I take this and create the orbital cargo module. Then I can bombard the planet with all of the resources it will need for colonization. And then I can send someone over to colonize the place and we pray. That could work, maybe. It's probably the best option I've got at the moment. I've never heard a creature make such a racket because it's tied up and being moved. So, the question is, what resources do I need to send over? The fact it's going to be in a vacuum means I can send food over there and it's perfectly fine. How much... what am I call it? How much do I need for a rocket platform? 800. So logically, one of the things I will want to do, potentially, is just take this 800... Take 800 ore over there, and just dump it on the planet. So that I can then immediately make something with it. Another thing I need to do is figure out how to get someone to breathe long enough to be able to survive the modular trip. If I can dump enough of the refined metal onto the other planet so that I have enough space to create so that I have enough to create the rocket thing. The rocket could then land, which would then enable me to use it as an oxygen supply, as long as I fill it up with enough algae. Which I can do, because I can potentially basically just build a ladder in here and make an extra storage module place up there, or something, you know? Then I'd be able to use it as a source of oxygen. Until, you know, we can supply ourselves with enough to be able to survive down here. If we want to even to do that. Because we could just do another, whatchamacallit, planet automation of this. Where we just automize the planet. And get everything that we need off it, like slime. Like, if I look at germs. Yeah, of course. Of course it is. I had a feeling. I would also enjoy some Drecos, if that wouldn't be too much to ask. By the way, how much carbon does one of these things fit? 100. Is there any way I can... Actually, it doesn't matter. You can't even get a... Another thing I should do is make a natural gas storage so I can actually start using the gas range. Like, how much do you actually use? Now, you produce a little bit of carbon dioxide. And you also kill all germs in the process of cooking. That's kind of fun. So do you, which also makes sense. I admit, I'm kind of stuck on what I should do next. Let's look at this. Abigail. Abigail, I need you to level up so that you can do some piloting, please, because we're basically completely ready with most things over here. Apart from, you know, fueling the rocket. I'm gonna put that as a 7. Also, what happened to my sicklers? Did they die? Livable range. 35. Oh yeah, they definitely died. They froze to death. Poor little buggers. Still, not explaining why you're suddenly getting very hot round here, the bottom here. I mean, it doesn't exactly matter too much, because the chances of you heating everything up is so absurdly low, given how if anything, we want the heat to come up, because it's so goddamn cold up in the top. I like how we've got, like, an ice age up top, and a bloody inferno below. All separated by an entire layer of azurite. Okay, you've put the rocket module in. Glorious. Everything is ready, apart from the crew. So, Abigail, either tomorrow or the day after, you'll be able to give us what we want. This grub fruit, this sweetie right here, is in his 50s. Sweeties, eggs, take 5% or 7% per day. Just like a hatch, right? I know there's an egg in there somewhere. No, they're 5%. So they're slightly more. Alright. Reproductive rate of a hatch is 2%, which means it takes them, when they reach 55, is when they produce an egg. So that logically means that this sweetie already has or is about to lay an egg. Meaning it's a good time to save it so that we can watch natural birth in place and we can see how the heck does a sweetie lay an egg. And also just save scum until it's a grub egg. Well, considering the grub fruit icons though, I'm going to assume we've had grub fruit grow from it being tended by the sweeties, and I'd say that, you know what, you might as well eat the grub fruit. It's actually pretty decent food. I will confess, I'm kind of running out of ideas for what we can do, because we can't exactly do anything with oil, because we can't reach it without becoming a bloody duplicate barbecue. Wow, I have people idle in Smellerland. If I've got people idle in Smellerland, something is definitely wrong and I need to do something. I still don't think this cartographer module exists. For us to be able to, you know, inspect the other places. So I guess I'm just going to have to build a telescope on this damn planet and hope that I see something, you know? Okay. So, Abigail can now fly a rocket ship. Which she's got plenty of calories to do so, so it doesn't all too matter all too much. So now I can launch. Right? Missing qualified crew. Okay, so I had Gosmond available, but she didn't count. So, launch! Awaiting pilot. Away you go! Straight on over to Shrubina, whereupon you will then launch that kobold over so that we can make a landing module. Made a mess. You know what? I should have expected that given the time of day. I do apologize. We're honestly at the time where I should probably be stopping, as pointed by the fact I've been forced to turn on my light. Do you guys eat nosh beans or stuff? You do eat nosh beans. Huh. But you don't eat sleet wheat. Okay. So, you do eat the acorns, which, if I remember rightly, is pretty easy to generate. You have a domestic growth of 21 cycles, which is absurdly long. You generate 12 nosh beans per harvest. So that's the equivalent of one per day. Almost one every 2 days. It's slightly over that. So, nosh beans, if you can somehow get them to grow, are potentially one of the best ways to farm Paku. But in order to get nosh beans to grow, first you need somewhere that's really cold, but not too cold. And then, have you deployed those? Well, it says you've deployed it. Ah, it deployed it there. Oh my god, it deployed them all over the goddamn place, didn't it? Oh my god, that is the most inconsistent thing I can imagine. Alright. Well then. This is clearly going to need some more thought put into it then, than just simply what it is at the moment. Because if those modules deploy everywhere, well then. I realize I am already going to need someone with the deep diver lungs. In fact, I'm very tempted to just say, go over to Smellolin here. Say, hey Charlie, you have your diver's lungs, right? How about I give you deep diver's lungs and the neural vacuolator too? I mean, after all, Charlie, you are pretty good in most categories. Only thing you can't do is mechatronics, because we can't get you to that point, because there's not enough morale on this damn planet. If only Vivian had deep diver's lungs. It's a shame I can't do something like put a toilet on this damn spaceship, you know? Well, the ship's back, at least. And it's already at full capacity. So, we're gonna need to do this run a few times. I'm really also feeling I need to do something about this goddamn liquid carbon that's all over the damn place. Considering. Well, everyone! This episode we have seen another planet, and we are questioning how the heck we are meant to colonize it, considering it's got a giant gaping hole in the middle of it. I mean, granted, the giant gaping hole in the middle of it is a very nice place to colonize once we start colonizing it, because of the fact that it's a giant gaping hole, so we don't have to worry about too many resources bunged up all over the place. But we still need to fill it with oxygen and stuff and all that. So that's going to be where things get awkward. Creating enough oxygen in the very small amount of area, that place that we have. So we need to somehow figure out how to send resources over so that we can start the initial build-up. Ship people over in such a way that they don't starve and suffocate. And a couple of other things involving colonization. It's definitely going to be an awkward little place. I mean, the fact half of this algae here is absolutely polluted and toxified to the point of it can't be used is quite annoying as well. There's not even rust around the place for us to try and abuse that. So it's literally a case of, I think I'm going to have to quickly build the landing module and then fill this thing up with algae and possibly food. And just have our initial life on the ship itself. That, or I just make a bigger, better ship, which can actually, you know, hold more than just 3 stupid modules. Or I create more than one ship to do the same sort of function. There's options all the way. So, everyone! I still want to see this thing produce an egg. But I guess I'm going to have to wait until next time for that. Because you see, I'm all out of time for today's episode, everyone. So it looks like, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet. And I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.